Hello student, my name is Namita Mukhia, assistant teacher, Nepali Girls Higher Secondary School. Today I will be teaching education, and I have taken one of the most important chapter, that is educational statistic. Now we all know that education is very important, and one of the most important aim of education is the individual development. It means that to help a learner in their individual development. Now it is through individual development, education paves the way for social development, and both of this, individual development and the social development, are interrelated. And without education, both of this, individual and the social development, is impossible. But what we need is, we need to assess the educational achievement. So for that, there are two types of achievement which we can measure. The one is the quantitative achievement, another one is the qualitative achievement. Now most of the educationists give importance on the quantitative achievement. That means the examination system. So every time as you appear in the examination, you will obtain certain marks, and that marks will decide whether you are a successful one or whether the teacher will decide whether you have to be detained. So now, if for example, if any student is getting 80% marks in Nepali, it means that this particular marks will decide his or her performance in this particular subject. That means he or she is doing very well. But at the same time, if A is getting 20% or 20 marks in mathematics, it means that he is very weak in his studies. So both the marks will decide your performance. So we can say that in the sphere of education को field मा हामीले examination system लाई importance दिएको छौं. So examination ले decide गर्छ how much an individual is able to achieve. Now there are different measures which we follow. To measure a solid, we use kgs. To measure any liquid, we use liters, and for length we use meter or the centimeter. So in the field of education, we need data. The performance of the student are recorded in the numericals, that means the numbers. So those marks which is obtained by an individual, these are called the raw data. And to interpret the data, we need a scientific study which will help us to analyze those data. So over here, that scientific study is called the statistic. Now statistic is both the pure and applied branch of mathematics. Now it deals with collection of the data, tabulation of the data, and analyzing the data. Now I hope you have this question, that why we follow statistical procedure in education. It is because through this statistical procedure or through this technique, we will be able to describe the characteristics of an learner in a very simple manner. Number two, we can take frequent decision regarding a student's performance. And number three, information about any learner can be meaningfully presented. Now here I would like to give an example. जसरी कुनै कम्पिटिटिभ एक्जाममा भए अथवा तिमीहरूले स्कुलमा नै from primary to the higher level, every time you have to appear for the examination. Now on the account of your performance, the examiner will decide whether you are able to achieve something or whether you don't have any knowledge regarding that particular subject. Okay, statistic deals with collection of the data. So we have collected our data, But second thing is we need to tabulate our data. So for the tabulation of the data, what we need to do is we need to arrange this data properly. That means first we have to find out the highest score and the lowest score. My highest score is 26. So my number is 26. Now again my lowest number is 15. So 15. Similarly, what you do when you have to arrange this number in a descending order, you start from 26 until you reach 15. Now, here I have written the job of arranging data is called the tabulation of data. Now, the next step in the tabulation of data is to tabulate the data through frequency polygon or frequency distribution. Now, for that, we have this number. What we need is we need 3 columns. The first is score, second is of tallies, and the third one is of frequency. In the score column, what I do is I'll start with 15, that is my lowest score. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 and 26. So now I need tallies. For that one, what I do is I'll take out the first number, that is 22. So I'll find out this 22 and over here in the line of 22 I'll write 1, that or the I mark, that is the sign of the tallies. So I. So next I have 15, likewise 1. 18, we have 2 18, so 2 18, 24, 24, 21, over here 21, 19, we have, so 1, 18 again, 1, 15, like 15, again we have 21, so 21 again. Now the next is 19, 26, 19, 26 is my last number, so 1. Then we have 2 20s, so 20, 20. After that is 23, over here. Then 16, 23, so 16, I need 23, 20, 22, so likewise 20, 22, again my another number is 16, so over here 19 again we have an 18, 19, then 18, 21, 15 and 19. So 21, 15 and 19. So these are the tallies. So if any number is repeated again, that means 5 times, so what you need to do is these will be your tallies, 1, 2, 3, 4 and you need to cross this. This indicate number 5. Now after this what I'll do, you have seen that over here there is no any tallies, over here also 25, no tallies. So now these are the tally marks. Now I need numerical values. For that what I do is I'll count that 50 is repeated 3 times. So my frequency over here is 3. In the similar way to 0, because 70 has no any frequency tallies, like 18 is repeated 4 times, 19 also 4 times, 20 3 times, 21 3 times, 22 2 times, again 23 2 times, 24 1, 25 0 and 26 1. So below this frequency, you need to write capital N. So capital N, remember, this is very important. Capital N means total number of the score. Now count all these number 2, 3, 5 and 4, 9, 9 and 3, 13, 9 and 4, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 and 25. Now, you just count all this number. It will be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So over here is also 25. So it has to be similar. Okay. So this is the way how you tabulate the data through frequency distribution. Now children, this is the arrangement of the datas in an isolated score. We are following these numbers in an isolated manner. Now another thing which we have to do is we have to arrange this score in a group distribution. Okay, now we'll start with the frequency distribution of the group score. Now again we need the numbers. You need to find out the highest and the lowest number and capital N, which means the total number of the score. So my highest score again is 26. So I'll write 26. Now lowest score is 15. So 15, and my capital N, that means the total number of the score is 25. Now we know that 15 is my number, lowest number. So I'll start with the 15. But over here, I need to take the class interval of either 3 or 5. So first we will take class interval of 3 numbers. So from 15, you count on 15, 16 and 17. So my next number is 17. Okay. So there is a gap between 15 to 17 is 3. That means 15, 16 and 17. Next is 18, 19 and 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 and 26. So this is the way you arrange the score in a group series. Now again we need the tallies. In the similar way, whatever we have done in the first isolated score, we will now first get the number 22 again. So 22, that number falls between 21 to 23. That means those number which is in between 21 to 23 is marked by the tally in this category. So 1. Likewise 15, next number, so it falls in this category. Now 218. So 218 means 18 to 20. So within this category I have 218. My next number is 24. So I'll go over here 24. Now 21 and 19. So in the similar way, 21 is over here, 19, 18 and 15. So two numbers, one is my 18 and the another is 15. Now next number is 21 and 19. So 21 over here, 19, which means अघि मैले जुन चाहिँ भनेको थिए that if the tally is more than 4, so what you need to do, you need to make this sign जस्तै चाहिँ तिमीहरुको यो tally चाहिँ 5 वटा भयो भनेर देखाउँछ. So now next number 26 and 20. So 26, 1 and 20. Again this is the 6th number within this category. Now again we have 20 and 23. So 20 and 23. My next number is 16 and 23. So 16 over here, 23 again, this. Now 20 and 22. Okay, so 20 over here and 22 is in this category. Now next number is 16, 19. So 16 falls over here, 19 is over here. Now my next number is 18 and 21. So again 18 and 21. Now the last two numbers are 15 and 19. So my 15 and the another one is 19. So tallies, we are finished with this one. Now the next is frequency. Now how you write the frequencies? You count the tallies and the number which is indicated over here is your frequency. So the first is 5. Second, from 18 to 21 we have 5, 15 and 1 is 11 numbers. Next also from 21 to 23 we have 5, 6, 7. So 7 over here, and the last one within this 2 there are 2 scores. So now this is capital N, which means the total number of the frequency. So 5 and 11 is 16. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 and 25. So my total frequencies is 25. So what is frequency? That means the reoccurrence of any number is indicated by frequency. That means those number which is repeated over here, that particular number is marked by the numerical value in the frequency. Now the next thing in this group series, what you need is the midpoint. What is the midpoint of this score? Now there is one formula to find out the score, that is that is midpoint equals to upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. So over here, this is my upper limit and this is my lower limit. Now over here, my upper limit is 17, so I write 17 plus my lower limit over here is 15, so 15. So divided by 2. So add these two number, 15 plus 17 is 32. So 32 divided by 2. Divided by 2. So what I get is 16. So in the first category between 15 to 17 lies the 16. Okay. Now for your easiness, what you do is take up the 3 fingers, that means the interval of 3. So you count from 15, 16 and 17, which is the middle one, that means 16. Now in the similar way from 18 to 20. So 18, 19 and 20. So next is 19. So 21, 22 and 23, 24, 25, 26. So my next number is 25. Now we have in the score, I've written X. So X means the scores. This is the index of all the score. Now over here, above frequency is my F in the bracket. This signifies frequency. Sometimes we write in a short way. So for the midpoint, my next symbol is XI. So XI is your midpoint, F is your frequency and X is your score. Over here, UL is your upper limit, LL is your lower limit. Okay, so now the marks which we obtained are the measures of the qualities or the characteristics of the individual. And each of those marks are totally have their educational or importance. So the basic concept behind such measures is the presence of measuring scale. Now, every measuring scale has some continuity. That means the two numbers are totally linked together. For example, over here only in a scale, you start from 0, 1 and 2. Now, 1 and 2, these two numbers are related together. It means that what is the spread of number 1? Number 1 is spread from 0.5 to 1.5. So, it means that over here the lower limit of 1 is 0.5. That means this is the mark till where number 1 is extended. In a similar way, the upper limit of 1 is 1.5. So, what we do in mathematical calculation, जब तिमीहरूले मार्क्स पाउँछ, मार्क्स पाउँदाखेरि if suppose तिमीहरूको 49.6 छ भने what we do is this will be counted as 50% approx. यसमा लिन्छ हैन. So in the similar way over here also यही कुरालाई हामीले हेर्नु पर्यो that 1 is extended, उसको extension lower limit मा कहाँ छ भन्दाखेरि 0.5 and the upper limit is still 1.5. Now over here we have this number that is 26 to 30 and 31 to 35. Now these numbers are arranged in discrete series. Although we can see these numbers are totally isolated, but there is a link between these two numbers. Now for that one, what we need to do, we need to find out the lower limit of 26. That means in a continuous distribution, each of these number has to have linked with the another number. So first what we do is, we will take this 26 and we will find out the lower limit of this number. Now to do so, either you can follow in this way. If suppose 26 is over here, what is the lower limit of 26? It means that over here 25.5 is your lower limit. Okay, so over here what I'll write, my scores, that is the index of the score. So 25.5 is my lower limit. Now I'll take this number, that means this is my upper limit. So for upper limit, in the same way, you take 30. What is the limit, lower limit of 30? That means 29.5. But the upper limit, you don't need lower limit, you need the upper limit of 30. So the upper limit of 30 is 30.5. So 30.5 is my upper limit. Now there is another system to find out the actual lower limit and the upper limit. For that one, what you need to do, you subtract 0.5 from the lower limit and you add 0.5 to the upper limit. So this is the way you will also obtain the same answer. Like for example, 31 minus 0.5 is your 30.5. So 35 plus 0.5 is 35.5. So over here, if this number has the upper limit of 30.5, in the same way in the next column, that will be the lower limit of the next number. So 35.5 in a similar way over here also. So 35.5 to 40.5, 40.5 to 45.5, likewise 45.5 to 50.5 and 50 50.5 to 55.5. So now you can see the difference between the discrete series and the continuous. In the discrete series, the numbers are isolated, although it seems that there is no relation, but in actuality there is a relation between this number to this number and this number to this number. So each of these numbers are interrelated or linked together. So this is the continuous series. Now we have done continuous series. You know that how to find out the upper limit and the lower limit. So actual LL is your actual lower limit and UL is your upper limit. Now I have already explained to take out the midpoint. To take out the midpoint, you have formula, that is upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. So over here what I take, this is my upper limit and this is my lower limit. So my upper limit is 30.5 and my lower limit is 25.5, which has to be divided by 2. So 5, 5, 10, 0, 1 left, 6, 2 and 3, 4 and 1 is 6 divided by 2. So 5, 5, 10, 5 and 1, 6 and 3 and 2 is 5. So this is 56. So 0 doesn't means after point 0 doesn't have any value, so we don't need 0. So 56 divided by 2 is your 2 2s are 4 and 2 8s are 16. So 28 is your midpoint. So over here in the next column, if you write midpoint or xi, your midpoint will be 28. If you follow the same formula over here also, you will get 28. That means 30 plus 26 divided by 2. So 56 divided by 2 equals to 28. Okay student, whatever we have done today, it is very important. It is scoring 2. So I just want to revise in a short way, especially the sign. That means x is the index of the score, xi is the midpoint of that particular score, f means the frequencies, capital N means the number, total number of the score, ul means upper limit and ll is our lower limit. So till today we will finish over here only and we will continue in the next class. Till then, stay home, stay safe.